Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at Toronto. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Raptors are, they've done a fantastic job of developing team chemistry. Higher on this list than lots of people expected. One of my favorite stories so far.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Siakam is the 4 with Poeltl in the middle. Grady Dick out there with Scotty Barnes. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis, the longtime forward duo. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Portis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here we are for Game 1 of the NBA Cup. This game will count both towards group play as well as the regular season standings.
Yeah, and it's really important to start off with a win. Only 8 teams advance to the elimination round, so there's not a lot of room for failure in this group stage.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. Jackson left side. Pass to Lillard. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
Here's Lillard. Pure from 3-point range. Lillard's got 5.
And this is exactly why you got to be up on Lillard, or he'll burn you off the catch.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
And that's his 2nd turnover already this quarter. He really needs to tighten it up.
Puts it up off the inbound. Rebound Toronto. Here's Dick. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. From downtown, Lillard can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
And you think to yourself, this is not how you want to start a game. 3 turnovers already?
Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. You know, Doris, the last few years, Siakam has gotten back to attacking the rim like he once did.
To me, B.A., that's where he's at his best. He's got such length and creativity. You don't want to have to step in his path as a defender. Listen, he knows he's got to shoot the 3, but go to your first strength.
Here in the first quarter, they have struggled with turnovers.
The Bucks shooting about 43% since tip-off. Jackson on the wing. Pass to Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Raptors. They're in a solid spot right now, 5th place. And, of course, there's the Bucks, half a game behind.
You know, for the Raptors, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. checking out some numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Milwaukee ball.
For 3, here's Lillard. Knocks down the triple. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
That'll be a 5-second call. And let's take a look now at the best rebounders in the league this season. In the 3rd spot, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just so strong on the boards. That's a skill that helps your team win games.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Middleton. Now here's Lillard, who too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Damian Lillard. One shot.
Free throw good, Lillard. We're just a few games into the new year, Doris. How important is it for a team to start off strong?
I think, B.A., it's hugely important. What we've learned historically is that the first 20 games are a good indicator for success. And obviously, if you're younger, can your confidence waver if you get off to a tough start? Veterans can absorb it a little bit better. But to me, those first 20 games, big time important.
Now here's Pirtle. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Lakers.
He's gotten a little too sloppy turning the ball over twice in the last 3 minutes. These mistakes can really start to add up.
The Bucks leading by 15. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. I asked Coach how they plan on bottling up DeMar DeRozan, and he kept the answer simple. Stay attached and stay in front of him. DeMar loves to get to his spots, and we know where those are, so we just have to make him work for it. I'm sure they'll be trying to limit his mid-range looks, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Green's checked in for the Bucks.
Now into the lineup for your Bucks. Number 20, AJ Green.
Antetokounmpo outside. Lillard, the open look. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Lillard's got 13.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
They've had far too many turnovers this half. It's the main reason why they trail.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. There's the 3. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Boy, sloppy play, a supreme lack of focus. That's 4 turnovers for him now.